Hello. Today I'm going over Freshwater 14 to 16, kind of honing in on chapter 15 here with this poem from Ada, which is paired up with this Yoruba language phrase. When I Googled this phrase, I found out that it was an Igbo proverb, and it translates to may the child not die, may the child not die, let it die, and let's see if the day will not break. Found that really interesting to pair that up with this poem, which reads to me to be a suicide note almost. In the prior chapter, we see Ashigara really mess up and not front for Ada during sex like she's supposed to, and Ada has a really terrible reaction, and it's kind of left with all of the gods in the marble room trying to, St. Vincent and Ashigara trying to keep Ada sane, and not completely break down. Um, we see Ashigara's first real expression of guilt, where she's truly like, "I messed up," and her reaction is that it's time to go home. And we end chapter 14 with Ashigara wanting to go home, which we know means the other realm, death. So my interpretation of this poem was that it was kind of suicide, and that this was Ada saying it's time to die. And then the next chapter, Ada tries to kill herself. So I feel like I was kind of right, right? But I'm curious to see what you guys think about this. I was really interested in how this this Igbo proverb, is, warning the mother or the father to keep the child alive. Um, well, that's my interpretation. I guess it could be to anyone. It could be to the village. It could be to, the child itself. May the child not die. May the child not die. Let it die, and let's see if the day will not break. To me, it seems that, if this child dies and the world ends, and my interpretation is that would be to the parents, that the world would be ending. Um, but then specifically, this poem is talking about the mother, and it's the mother's obligation to keep the child alive. Um, and I loved the ending with when cold gods give you their child, make sure you keep her alive. My mother does not sleep at night. So I guess my main question is just, oh, there we go. Why pair this Ilu Igbo with this poem from Ada? Why is Emezi doing that? And like, what does that mean? And does knowing that this phrase translate into this proverb give you a better understanding of that poem? Um, I'm really, really obsessed with this book. I'm really obsessed with the way that Emezi writes. I think it is extremely artful. I think they do a really good job of combining um, a lot of that Nigerian and Igbo culture with um, more like Western traditionals and ideals, so that neither experience, or like neither reader is really experiencing culture shock. Something that I wanted to end with was this quote from the Igbo Union of Washington State, talking about why the Igbo use proverbs. Uh, Says that according to the or no, 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 that's what I said. Uh, Igbo proverbs are in fact the foremost factor in formal and familiar speeches and in other forms of popular communication. A good Igbo idiomatic expression is devised to enliven and enchant. The listeners not only smile or laugh and show appreciation, they are also compelled to think. Rarely do the Igbo bother to explain proverbs, except, of course, to kids and social nymphets who ask. Listeners are expected to figure out proverbs for themselves, draw their own conclusions, and follow the gist of the talk. So let's do that. Let's figure it out. We're the social nymphets here. What's going on? Maybe if I can end this recording.